Millennium Force, located at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio, opened in the year 2000 as the world's first ever Giga Coaster. In today's video, I will be reviewing this very highly praised coaster, seeing if it lives up to the hype, as well as breaking down the layout. Millennium was designed and built by Swiss manufacturer Intamin. It stands at an astonishing 310 feet, has a 300-foot, 80-degree drop, reaches the top speed of 93 miles per hour, and travels across 6,595 feet of track. This makes it one of the tallest and fastest coasters in the world, even 26 years later. This coaster was built right smack dab in the middle of the Coaster Wars, a period of time where parks and roller coaster manufacturers battled it out to have the tallest, fastest, and longest coaster. Millennium squashed all the records when it opened, becoming the first ever Giga Coaster. This means that it was the first complete circuit roller coaster to break the 300-foot barrier.
Wow!
Although these records didn't even last half a year, it's still an awesome and super iconic coaster. You can easily make a case for this being the most iconic coaster ever. To begin your experience, you'll enter the queue by this giant Millennium Force sign with some of the track going above you. It's an awesome first impression and a great way to get you pumped up for your ride. You'll then go through the concrete jungle of switchbacks before passing some vending machines. After that, you'll reach the little merging area where fast lane mixes with the standby line. Finally, you'll walk up next to the speed hill and by the unload station until you finally reach the loading station. This is where you'll finally get to hear that iconic station music. This ride also had some truly awesome advertisements that don't get talked about enough. Out of all three of my rides, there was nobody at the end of the line assigning rows. This was really nice, but also kind of a mess. It was really easy to get what row you wanted, but the station was packed to the brim. Before you leave the station, you'll climb into one of the three trains Millennium has. The trains include the red train, yellow train, and the blue train. Rumor has it that the yellow train is actually the fastest. Once you sit down, you'll fasten your seatbelt and pull down your lap bar. These trains feature Intamin's T-bars. If you're unfamiliar with what those are, they are quite literally what it sounds like. They're a very simple lap bar shaped like a T. I absolutely love these restraints. You feel more free than with B&M clamshells that are on some other Giga coasters. In those, you feel a lot more secure. Also, if you're sitting in the front row, in the middle of the train by your feet is a little box that says Intamin on it. I don't know why, but my little tiny Thuzy brain loves when I can see stuff like this. I also love when you can see where it says Zamperla on the wheels of Top Thrill 2. My two brain cells get really excited when there's stuff like that. After you're locked and loaded and the operators give you an all clear, you'll hear one of a couple audio spiels. My personal favorite is when it says greatest thrill ride ever. It's just another little thing that I love about this ride. You'll then take off the 310-foot tall lift hill that features a cable lift. This means you go up the lift hill pretty fast, but it also makes this ride pretty unreliable. This is my home park, and I feel like about 40% of the time I'm there, this ride is down. This can be really frustrating if you're trying to get on it and it randomly goes down. On the lift hill, you'll get stunning views of Lake Erie on your left and the entire park on your right. Once you're about 2/3 of the way up, you'll speed up a bit, which can definitely spook you if you're not expecting it. The first time I rode, I knew about it, but I forgot. When it happened, it was kind of a jump scare. You'll then reach the top of the lift hill, going over the very wide crest. I'm not entirely sure why this ride was built this way, because Pantherian, the other Intamin Giga, has a much tighter crest. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just interesting to see the difference between the two. At the tippy top before you drop, you'll have a great view of Maverick, Steel Vengeance, and Top Thrill 2 before dropping 300 feet at 80 degrees. It's a really fun drop that lasts decently long. Riders will experience floater airtime all the way down the drop, and if you ride at night, this is where you'll get your free dinner. Rest in peace to all the mayflies that have died from being violently hit by the train and riders' faces. You'll then pull out of the drop and pull up into the first of many overbank turns. This is where you'll reach the top speed of 93 miles per hour. Some people say they gray out right here. Personally, I never have. After the overbank, you'll go straight before banking left and going into a tunnel. If you're sitting near the back of the train, this part is very loud. Not quite as loud as the Beast Tunnel, but still pretty loud. After that, you'll pull up into a giant camelback that gives some good floater airtime throughout the entire train. This element gets a lot of crap from enthusiasts, but it's actually really fun. Millie hate is so forced, honestly. People can hate on this ride for not having insane rip your face off forces, but if you want intense, feel free to go to literally almost any other coaster at this park. Maverick is literally right down Frontier Trail. This is what you ride if you want a smooth and fast ride that's not really intense. I found this hill to really thrive in the back row, but it was also pretty good near the front. You'll then drop down and bank right. You'll stay there for a while getting a great sense of speed before going into the second overbank turn. This part may be boring to some, but I actually really enjoy it. A lot of newer coasters are just back-to-back-to-back elements that are all really close together, but this is nice because you're not getting thrown around or anything. You just feel like you're flying. It's a really nice contrast to some other coasters. You'll then take a slight right turn into the second airtime hill. It's not as big or as long as the first one, but I actually prefer this one. After that, you'll drop down into a tunnel where the ride will take your on-ride photo. This is where Six Flags makes that cash money so Kings Island can purchase Air Force One. Just kidding, they probably won't because they're allergic to getting new thrill coasters for whatever reason.
Gotta slug you. Ugh! I've been kissed by a dog! I have dog germs! Get hot water! Get some disinfectant!
Then, after that, you'll take a left-hand turn into the speed hill. This speed hill is pretty good. You get some nice, almost ejector, but not quite ejector airtime in the front and back of the train. Even though this is one of the last elements, you're still carrying a good amount of speed, which is one of the things I love about this ride. It really never lets up, so it doesn't really feel boring in any spots. Unfortunately, this is where your ride will come to an end after one more overbank turn, concluding your 6,595 foot ride on Millennium Force. Overall, Millie is just such an elite and iconic ride. It's a great ride with a great drop, amazing setting, good pacing, and some really fun elements. When a ride that's over 25 years old is still pulling crowds almost as large as newer rides like Maverick or Steel Vengeance, that's how you know you have something special. But what do you think about this coaster? Is it overrated or underrated? Comment down below. If you enjoyed this video or just watched this far, please consider subscribing as it helps me out a ton. Peace out and ride on.